Welcome back to some more Backpack Hero with Sandoya. Thank you very much for joining me. Great to have you here. I am a man without a plan right now. I don't know what we're going to be going for. We of course go for some more challenges as we do have a few more that we can try and get done. Why don't we just go for our second level hard mode here? We haven't really touched it just yet. Reduce max HP even further. So instead of 5 it's now reduced by 15. Increased enemy health. You can take 1 fewer item after each standard battle. That's different from the other option before. Synergists contain 1 less item and minus 10% luck. Okay, you know what? That seems like a good one to go for. So it's just literally a harder version of the base game. That might put us to the test here a wee bit. Let's see how we feel. Let's just go to the crypt to start with. We don't want to, we've only got 25 max HP, so we don't want to be throwing ourselves into the deep end just yet. And let's see what we've got ahead here. So we obviously have our forge. Why don't we quickly check what we've got at our forge. Damage to a weapon. Block to a shield could be quite good there, given that we have reduced HP and enemies have more HP, which means that they stick around for a bit longer, but that also means that they have a chance to do more damage to us, so we do have to be a little bit cautious here. Thankfully our wooden sword, it is enough to take you out. So I think we just do it this way. You apply the burn. The burn ticks at the start of the turn, which is not great, but we go 1, 2, 3. We're actually going to pop this and deal 2 more damage there. Very nice. We get a level up here for our troubles. What is the optimal way to build here to start with? I have genuinely no idea. I do like going quite tall here with our backpack to start with, because often you get some nice helmets, some nice, speak of the devil, some footwear underneath as well. Okay, clubs. We did have a fantastic club run not too long ago, so I'm not opposed to trying to get a club run working for us. Oh wow, we can only take 2 items out of here. Wow, okay. That's going to be very, very interesting. So we'll just keep it as that. I don't think we go for our mana stone. We want to keep our wooden sword, so we've got that as well. 9 damage and 3 weak though. The weakness could be very, very good for us. So if we get a key, then we can of course go into our other area. We go 1 and 2. And then we apply some weakness here too. That weakness gets us across the line without taking any damage. So I think the weakness is going to be a great help for us. Speaking of which, we apply this here. We then hit you. And then we keep going for you in the background here. But the weakness will mean that your attack, which should be coming in this turn, will be even less than what it was previously. So we take out you. We also take no further damage. And now we just keep wailing on you. The weakness being stacked up counteracts the slow strength increase that you have. So we'll go 1, 2, you're not even attacking us for any damage, and now we can just slowly whittle you down. Now we have already got the experience for a level up here, which is great. We will go for 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. It's a very interesting looking backpack, but sometimes building it differently there can be a little bit entertaining as well. What do we have here? Tilted sword. Each turn this gets +1 damage this combat. I mean, it's a rare item, so I like it for that reason. Weapons in this row get +2 damage. So if we pop this there, our amethyst is working overtime. All of these weapons get buffed up. Is that the best way that we could possibly do it? Surely we can get even more going. No, that's pretty much the same as would happen anywhere else, isn't it? Okay, that's good enough, but then again, the extra +2 damage is working well for this. And you know what? We will put the club in here because we don't want the club happening more often. Can we actually fit the club in there is the question now. Yes, we can. When we put the shield down there we go. A little bit of trouble solving, gets us through this one here. We keep going down to here. Volley and little b. Bowl, not volley. Okay. Oh boy, alright, never mind. You guys didn't hear anything. 1 and 2. And the weakness of 3 means that you attack for 1 damage each. I think it's just worth going for that. We could go for our food. I don't think the food is worth it just to block 2 damage. I'm sure that we'll get a bit of block later on. There we go. We club you, and we tilted sword you. And of course we can sell our tilted sword for a bit of money later on. Taking no damage again. Your block is not that much of an issue to deal with. We do have an increased slat shield here, so that's an improvement. It's also much smaller, so we will take that. A dagger's not really what we want to go for. Cleansing potion is okay, as is a bag of shurikens. I kind of like our cool drink, however. The extra energy could be enough to get us across the line. We go up here once again. We've got 8 energy to our name currently. Let's see, we go weakness, weakness. And again, do we take the damage here? can throw that out there. I think we take the 2 damage. Maybe I should have gone for you though. And I think we will look to finish you off here. Unfortunately, we will have to go for multiple attacks. But you know what? Why don't we just spread it out now then? You're not currently attacking us at all, so we'll play it slow. And it's not even that slow, we still get you this turn. Okay, that's a rare item. We also have a lucky ring, which can increase our luck. We also have liquid armor. I'm kind of tempted to get rid of our wooden sword. We're not playing it at all now, so let's take our rare item. Oh, it floats. Okay, we can pop up there then. That's fine. We just move our food down here instead. We'll go for liquid armor, and we can take our mana stone for free. Now that could mean that we take our broken ring instead of something else, but I think what we've decided on is pretty good. Let's finish choosing. On we go. And let's see what our question mark is before we fight any more combatants here, right? Ooh. Okay, I'm not opposed to this, but I think if we find a crappier weapon that we can give our friend there, you know, I don't mean to snub him out of a good deal there, of course, but if we can get a better trade for ourselves, that's obviously well worth it in my mind. Let's go for some block, killing blow here, and then a weakness onto you there as well. Now, of course, saving the food is better served, or it's better to save it for more difficult combat, so we'll see what we come up against later. And you might have noticed as well that I have had my hair cut, so that's why I'm looking particularly dapper. That's a bold-faced lie if I ever heard one. We're heading into summer here, so it's nice to clean up a wee bit. You know what, let's make our thing even weirder here. Maybe we can get a nice wee long length one across the side. Okay, bronze breastplate. It's not terrible. Adjacent and diagonal armor gets +2 block, adjacent weapons get +1. Also not great. A shiv's not terrible. Actually, in hindsight, what I should be doing is I should be popping all the weapons down here, shouldn't I? We go like that, and then we could maybe put our shiv there, for example, so now the shiv gets an extra +2 damage from the amethyst. And we could go for a short arrow. We were considering taking the bow beforehand, so why don't we go for that? Now how do we do the rest of this? Why don't we go like this? That allows us to put this in here. Or actually, we could even put this in here. What am I going for? No, that's everything. That's everything. Okay, we do have some HP that we can collect. We can collect that now. Nice little bit of healing. Love to see it. We really don't have any keys just yet, do we? So, nor any shops. Now the good news is we can take you out. 10 and 11. Plus an 11 and 4. Very nice. Now you take a turn off, but then you try and explode in a turn or two. But we have the damage. Even with your 25% bonus HP that all of you have, it's not too much of an issue for us. So we take the key, for sure. We do have another arrow. We do also have some boots. +1 block for every space above. That's +4 base block there. I do think that's worth taking. Is it worth taking instead of our meal? No, I think we keep our meal and get rid of our mana. Not currently useful. No. We will go for one more enemy here. We do have 2 key locations to potentially use our stuff at. Why don't we go 1, 2, weaken you all the way down. We have passive blocks, so now we focus on the enemy at the back. I'd much rather take out the one that explodes in a few turns, rather than having to deal with the one out front. And there we go, we even have some fantastic damage for the one out back too. And we are unfortunately not near a level up just yet. So any items that we take, we will have to just go with or roll with. King Cleaver is interesting, especially if we had some amethyst around as well. I think we instead just take a small key. We sub that out there. Do we want the liquid armor? No, I think we keep the liquid armor, just in case we need some higher levels of block. And a dice there probably beats out that one too, so we'll take both of those. What do we have back here? We've got another question mark. Ooh, okay, we get a legendary item or a rare item. So I think we try and go for these two. I don't think we do it just yet though. We can come back and do it a little bit later. First of all, we use our keys up. So we use one of our keys here. And then just to give ourselves some more space, I know that it's kind of unorthodox to be backtracking as far as we have been, but at least this frees up an extra space there so we can, you know, use the space that was freed up by the key to get some more items. What do we have here? We have a log. And a club. Okay, I tell you what, we take that, and now we go over to our question mark here and we say, hey bud, we've got a club for you. What will you give us for this club? You give us a shitty bow. First arrow in each row to the right gets fired. For each empty space to the right. For each connected mana stone. I don't think we take any of this, honestly. Not really worth it. Okay, so we tried. You can't say I didn't try, but I'm not going to shoehorn an arrow or bow and arrow based build just because the option presents itself. Even though the game really wants me to. We'll take a wooden blade. It's not really that useful at all. Actually, can we reroll this? No, that's only combat rewards, isn't it? Well, that's a shame because we don't have any more combats, but we do have this event space here, and we will try and get one of these two. Oh wow, the items changed positions and we got a bigger curse. It just means that we should be able to maybe stick to the left-hand side here, unless we get thrown all the way to the right, which is entirely possible. Thankfully, we seem to be heading down this path. Do we get the Archangel Wings? We do, so we get a legendary item as well. Every turn it is used. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. We're going to take that one. We'll get rid of this. How do we go about this? Now, it's used for free, but it's disabled for 1 turn. So we could maybe go something like this, then pop this down here. And that allows us to get that used for free. Pretty damn good, pretty damn good. Alright, I'm happy with that. We could do it with our block as well. But I kind of like our club being used automatically, although it does make it more expensive, doesn't it? Maybe I do go for this shield. And I think I just stick with that and be happy with it. Now, we do have our forge. We've got 24 credits to our name, 24 gold. What do we go for? Damage to a weapon, poison to a weapon, burn to a weapon. Let's go for block to this shield. Oh, it's disabled though. If we need lots of block, I don't think we can decide to put that one in there. So let's go for a little bit more. Nah, let's actually save it. None of this is good enough. We're going to go back to this idea. Just because if we need lots not to block, like if somebody's doing a whole bunch of damage to us, we want to have that shield not disabled. Actually, maybe I should have gone for the block on that one now that I think about it. Anyway, we'll be fine here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You worry too much. As do I. Oh, there we go. So that one gets used automatically. We can then go 10. Plus 10 takes you out. Do we go for the food? I think we do go for the food. Yeah, screw it. We go for some weakness here. Then we go block. And we're taking 1 damage here. That's okay. We can go for you in the background there. Neither of you two are scared. You won't run away if we get you. Now we just go for the one out the front and happy days. 13 block is a little bit annoying. But as we can see, the weakness keeps bringing you down. And we take you out as well. Okay. We've got some more food for us. We also have some knight armor. Adjacent and diagonal shields and armor. Shields and armor. We could go like this. We could then go for some armor around here. It's going to be hard to get in amongst everything else though. How do we do it? Maybe something like this? Or do we try and reroll and get some better items? Why don't we try and reroll? Screw it. We'll go back here. We got 4 chess pieces. We can do better than that. Let's reroll. What do we get? Oh, okay, a lot of lucky rings. You know what? Let's take 2 lucky rings. Maybe we find all the items that we could ask for and more. Machete's really not going to be that useful here. We finish choosing. And with this luck, maybe we'll get some rare, some legendary items, some really goodies there that we love to see. Go for another club. Lock up here, back and attack. So honestly, this amethyst here, without that, we would be struggling a wee bit. We're doing well enough here. We've almost got the damage needed. Grab cactus, there we go. That's what we talked about. That's what the luck is for. Little buckler. It's just a better version of our slat shield, really. Based on diagonal armor gets +1. So this is armor. We swap out this for this. Anything else that we want to go for. We do have a damaged knife, which could be put somewhere in here if we wanted to. We have an electric arrow. We might as well take the mana for now. Magical herb is not going to do anything. We finish choosing, we continue onwards. Sable. What is a sable? Yeah, you're a sable. Now you have multi-attacks, but that's no match for our weakness that we're applying. Some great damage there. And look at that, we get attacked and we get some Oh, that's when we get attacked the whole time. Okay, that's actually really good now that I think about it. Now let's actually go for a bit more space out to here. And now our amethyst can be used with even more weapons. Now if we bring this across, so we do have more mana. Each turn adds 8 block and adds 1 slow to south. I don't mind the slow. And this can go anywhere, which is even better. We also have a helmet, we also have some fish for healing. Why don't we pop this here then? The weapon can still go in here, that can go there. And now we're getting lots and lots of nice passive block. Now of course we are getting weaker each turn as well. Slow I think reduces our ability to put block up, but we do also have our little buckler here, so I'm pretty happy with all of that. Bluefin would be nice to take, but I think the items that we've got there are still good enough. We go up to here, spin and see what you get. We'll come back to you, maybe once we have some more space. It would be quite nice to reach a shop up here, that's for sure. Let's go for the weakness onto you. We have plenty of block up already. So what does the slow do again? Let's double check. Reduces block by 1, so now this gives us 5 rather than 6. I'm still happy with where we're at. Very little damage coming in. The spikes helping out a great deal, especially with you still attacking me. Great stuff. You go there. You don't have any spikes. I do, however. So 5 damage. You deal 5 to yourself. And easy money. You do have another lucky ring. I don't think we can really justify anymore. We could get rid of our leather boots. That does free up 2 spaces. And with our weakness that we're applying here, it's not the worst idea ever. So I think we will take that. Now we've got 3 lucky rings. Why don't we go for a lucky star as well? There we go. So we're going full luck build. Again, I have no idea if these can stack. Please do let me know in the comments if you do know one way or the other. Let's see, here we go. That's 4 damage, that is 5 damage. That's not quite enough. Let's go for our... You know what, let's go for our weakness onto you. And then we'll just play a little bit of block there with our little buckler. Finally use it for the first time. Extra weakness. Easy money. You attack us twice. No you don't, you're dead. Okay, a keg is interesting. Wow, more lucky stars. Oh, I should have used my lucky star, shouldn't I? That was foolish on my part. I do want to clear some space out. Another club. Another club is not terrible, but I don't think we can justify fitting it in with everything else that we've got going on. What's over here? 6 gold to buy a fish. Currently not necessary, but I appreciate the offer. What about upgrading? No, I was really looking for 2 block to an armor is not too bad. I was really hoping for energy to this one, and it can be upgraded 3 times, so maybe we do go for our block to the armor. Let's see, we weaken you as well. Can we kill you actually? We can, can't we? Go here. That's 9 damage. We'll take the 1 damage. Maybe I'm being a little bit too greedy with that, but I still think it's well worth it. Now speaking of which, we weaken you. We then finish you off. Attack here. Attack here. And before I forget, we'll go for the lucky star next turn. We'll actually finish you off with it there, just in case we couldn't do that because we automatically hit you. Adjacent and diagonal armor gets +1 block. So it's good with our plate armor. Also wouldn't be terrible down the bottom. Putting another one of these in here though, another shiv up here is not terrible, more free damage. So I do think we go for that. The threaded is pretty good too. We actually haven't needed to use our liquid armor as well. Why don't we pop this here? And if we do get some fantastic boots, that'll synergize quite nicely with it. Now 39 credits, what do we go for? Block to armor. Spikes to shield isn't terrible either. Haste to a structure, no, we just go to block to armor. And then do we go one more time? I think we do go one more time. So how much block is that now giving us passively? 13 block. Very, very nice. We could go one more. I think we instead backtrack here. We spin the wheel once. We see what we get. We don't want the curse, obviously. Snuckles Guardian Ring. Not too bad. Another amethyst would be quite good. We have a lot of rare items on the wheel here, and naturally we'll get the curse. Okay. I didn't actually mean for it to happen. We'll do one more time. And here my gambling addiction comes in full force. Okay, we'll skip that one too. We're now down to half HP. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Thanks for playing. Yeah, screw you, man. Screw you. Screw you, guy. The house always wins. That's why you shouldn't gamble there, kids. Lesson learned. for today. Only gamble against friends who are intoxicated. Then you have a better chance. We go for the club, we weaken you further, and actually you're dealing less damage than we have up in passive block. Same again, weaken you further. Do we want to roll you this turn? I don't know that we do. We want to let you attack us first, I think. You attack us, you die to the thorns, and then everybody pops out now. Speaking of which, we don't want the one at the back there, especially with the haste to all enemies. So why don't we go for you first? I think you do damage, whereas that one just blocks. 4 and 4 brings us across the line, then we can start focusing on you as we can't go for the one behind. You do give rage to everyone, but we should have enough damage that we'll be able to break through anyway. So there we go, another 13, and now we can just start wailing on you a little bit, and we take you out as well. So that boss fight went pretty damn well. All weapons, each turn lose 2 HP. It's 3 mana to connect the mana network. See, if we were going for a bit of mana network or mana build, that would be quite good. All weapons, all connected weapons get plus 25% bonus damage. See, that's a tough one to swing. Let's see, if we bring this across, that goes there, that goes there. Now this is connected to none of them currently. The issue is really, oh, hang on, can we do something like this? And then like this, and like this, and now we pop this in like here, for example. Now it's connected to this weapon, and this weapon. That's better. We do lose a lot of our lucky rings, but to be fair, how much luck have they been bringing us? I think not that much. We still get the little bonus here. This is still next to that as well. We still have 1 lucky ring, and maybe 1 is enough. Okay, we get our item room here. We don't have any keys, so we... Oh, never mind. Oh no. Earthstone blade for each space below. A whole bunch of damage. Now, of course, this means that we could build out all this way here, and I am kind of tempted. We are still a wee ways away from our level up, but I think this is worth taking. The issue is we lose some of these here too, don't we? So how do we justify this now? We can't put up here, it is heavy, so it does have to sit like here, for example. Or we could bring it out here. How does that do? 14 damage, not terrible. I don't know, I think we get rid of our electric arrow now. We're not really going to be able to sell it. Pop this here. Conductor's working. No, actually we pop this here. That means that we can then pop this here. We do get the key. We need to take the key to go to our other special realm. And we're going to give this a go. I want to make our Earthstone blade work. It is legendary. We can maybe pop our amethyst up the top row there as well. And we focus on that going forward. So we use our key. We've made a bit of a pivot here. And we do need a level up or 2 to really make use of this as much as we can. I think what we do, instead of building out this way like I was anticipating, we build 1 here, then we slot this in the top row here, and then all of these spaces below hand work towards the damage of this. Now, give us experience. How much experience are you giving us? 5, 7, 12, 20. So 2 fights like this will get us across the line. Let's go for a club here. Weakens you a fair bit. You adds 3 block to all enemies when taking damage. We'll still go for you. I mean, 17 damage is still worth going for, isn't it? And it does finish you off as well. Very nice. Our passive block is very good as well. Now, we don't focus on you just yet. We go for the one in front. And the extra club, helping out a great deal once more. Excuse me? Okay, I thought we couldn't click that for some reason. Now we just go for this, and we don't actually play our Tilted Sword at all, because now this is better damage. So we go 1, 2, and once this sits up the top here, we will be doing very well for ourselves. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Already doing pretty good damage. Guardian Ring. Guardian Ring's not bad if our shield's next to it, I suppose, so we'll take that. Everything else, pretty mediocre. Go up to our boss fight here, which leads to a dead end. We go for you in the back here, I believe. Now, we've got plenty of block, so we go for our Shiv, into a whole bunch of damage here. 1, 2, and 3. And you will heal for 20, but that's why we keep targeting you here. Ooh. The thorns do buff you up, don't they? Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Does this get us across the line? Not quite. We will shiv you. Not that it really makes a difference. Actually, no, we just put some block up. And we just play it safe and slow. No reason to shiv. We're not going to break through your armor anyway. And how much we've got? 2 spikes on each of these guys. Finish you off this way. And we can go for another hit here. Actually, we can go for one more because you're not even putting up any damage there. We're only at half HP though. We still need to get some nice fish there or something that really helps us out in that train of thinking. 1, 2, and now we just need to block. And still, no, we can't shiv actually, never mind. Slow is giving us a bit of grief, isn't it? So we go here. We'll now also go here. I think we do, oh, hang on. No, we take this one out, we go here and here. Let's try that. So we get some items, we get a key. Adjacent weapon below. Well, that's never going to work with this one. So now that's doing 17 damage, but that's because it's not connected here. Now it's doing 22. Now it's doing 24. Very nice. I think I still like this club here. And we could actually go for the citrine. Adjacent weapon below gets extra damage. So if we pop this like this, for example, then we went like this, pop the citrine just below. Now that fires every single turn, it does 12 damage. Not too shabby. We can then put this next to this. How else do we go for this? Actually, if we do this any differently here, it doesn't really make sense. That one does, however. A diagonal, oh, when a diagonal shield is used. Okay, so we go like this then. Right. That makes more sense. And we'll take a, no, we can't take a cleansing bomb. Never mind. I think that's still worth it. So now our base damage is, oh, hang on, no, because that's no longer connected. That's why we put it there. We could still put it like this. It does mean that the shiv is no longer attached, but I think the shiv bonus damage is really not as good as this one is. That's 3 damage, whereas this goes from 7 to 9, so this is probably worth it. Although, then again, we probably want to sell this anyway, right? Because that's going to be our single-use weapon from now on. Anyway, we're overthinking it. Wouldn't mind a heal. In fact, I think rather than a max HP is so good here. We're going to take it. We're now up to 30 max HP there. It allows us to fight a combat or 2 while taking damage. 12 block is currently how much we have. 7 damage is currently what's coming in. We go 1 and 2 and 3. Now extra energy would be very, very nice here, of course. That's always a nice addition to any build, really. As we go 1, 2, 3, and we are just shy of finishing it off. The poison's going to be a little bit annoying, but I think we kill you before that becomes an issue. Actually, does that gets destroyed at the end of combat, so we'll take that there. 3 poison self. Oh, the thorns did the trick. Very nice. Now we do have a key. We might as well take a second key. We do have one area that we can open up with a key as well. And everything else here, taking damage at 7 spikes herself. See, we don't have enough HP to really make that work anyway. I think we finished choosing. I think we keep going. We unlock this one straight away. Free up a little bit of inventory space. See what's happening at our forge here. Block to armor. Block to shield. Haste to shield. We could go for some block onto that one. Or a haste as well for when we want to build up a whole bunch. Why don't we see what we get here first? Liquid armor seems fine. Everything else kind of mediocre. Now we keep going. We'll worry about our forge a little bit later once we see what's in the rest of this floor. Maybe we want to spend our money elsewhere yet. Who knows? Now we go 1, go 2, and we go 3. Nice and easy. Combat's already playing themselves. No thorns on our enemy just yet, so we just take you straight out. Ooh, weapons in this column get +2 damage. I do like that. How do we take advantage of this? I think we go like this and like this. And then we maybe put this down here so that this gets even more damage, up to 27 now. This one's also not too bad. Just wondering, is there a way that we can maybe pop that down the middle? I don't think so. No, I think we're going to be worrying too much about rearranging things if we try and get all cute with it. Now, speaking of getting cute with it, there are currently no areas to use our keys in here, so I think we take our fish for our healing. We also finally have a merchant, so we can sell some goods there if we want to. Anything that we want to buy. Adjacent curse to destroy. Not that useful. We could sell the crab cactus. We could sell the archangel wings. That frees up 2 spaces. This frees up 1 space and sells for a decent amount. What did we have back here again? Haste to a shield, block to a shield. I do really like a haste to a shield. We could maybe go for 2 of those if we were to do that, so then all of a sudden we'd get lots of haste here, which would mean even more from our guardian ring. So I think that's what we do. We're actually going to sell our archangel wings. We're going to sell our crab cactus. And we're actually going to sell our tilted sword as well. So we get a whole bunch of money out of that. We've sold everything that we can. Possibly should have waited there in case we found something good from one of these 2 items, but we get haste to a shield. And then we go for another one. We go for another haste to a shield. So every time we use that, as I believe we can't do anything else here, that's all the upgrades. So now we get 2 haste every single time that we use this. And then the guardian ring, whenever a diagonal shield is used, we add extra blocks. So I think that will be quite useful. We'll head across here, fight our combat as well. Now this should be even more damage, 27. So hang on, you add 3 block to all enemies. So that wouldn't finish you off. So we go 69 HP, 27 damage, 1, 2, and 3. Then we can just shiv you free, and we want to use our bluefin as well, heal up to nearly full HP. And now we've got some space in our backpack to work with. That's what we like to see. Now, speaking of which, we will take care of you once again. You're just blocking, so we'll go for you once more. And now we can get rid of our clubs, because we're really just going for our earthstone blade. And the rest of it's really no longer that useful for us. What else would we like to go for? Honestly, anything else that buffs this weapon is always very good. Cavefish is good here. Projectile's not terrible. Base and armor gets +1 block. Helmet's the right to disable. Why don't we go for something like this? Pop this here. And then we can actually get all of these buffed up too. That one can go there. We can pop our helmet here. Therefore, they both get extra adjacent bonuses. And it's not terrible. Now we still have this, don't we? We might as well keep this for a bit longer. Maybe we sell it. We finish choosing there. What's our question mark? Okay, you again. Oh, what is this? Jagged Blade. On kill, deals 9 damage to all enemies. Interesting. We wouldn't mind keeping that to sell, but it is a very expensive, very big one. Okay, that's good. We didn't get the curse. We have a rocket. We get a rocket. We have a golden cleave. Was that this one or this one? I think it was this one. There we go. Medium curse, and there's our jagged blade. So do we take the jagged blade? Honestly, we might do. We may well do, especially if we get rid of our clubs. How big is it? It's very big. That's what she said. We can go for it here. We can then go here and here. Those are still adjacent to one another. The clubs we don't really care about. This is an uncommon cleaver. We might as well take it. Uncommon rockets doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, we'll take it as well. We lose both of our clubs, so the only thing that would really hurt is if this earthstone blade all of a sudden was no longer usable for some reason. I can't imagine why that would be. Block to a shield, block to armor. Block to armor is quite good. So if we go block to maybe just the helmet, makes it more worth us keeping around for a little bit longer, and anything that we have in the shop that we would love to see. Sapphire is not terrible. An emerald actually is pretty good, but now we can't afford it. Another emerald here would have been quite good, but oh well, we'll just keep going. I don't think it's going to be that detrimental to us, so no harm, no foul on that one. Enchanted Swamp, part 2 of 3, alright. Not going too poorly here. We face up against our sentries. We don't quite one-shot them yet. But actually, we could do, on kill, deals 11 damage to all enemies. So if we went for an Earthstone, and then we kill you with the Jagged Blade, then does damage to everyone, which then means that one of these hits can also kill you. So I think that's well worth it. And actually, surprisingly enough, all of a sudden the Jagged Blade's working okay for us. We'll go for the regen, bring us back up to full HP, and then we just strike you down. There we go. A reroll token. I don't mind taking it and just rerolling now, honestly. A key sword. Sure, let's take it. And a broken ring. Only really good if we have mana nearby, but with our haste that we build from this shield here, maybe the broken ring is worth it. I don't hate it. Okay, we'll finish choosing here. We keep moving on. Did we have a key? We have a key blade, but not the key. Okay, we'll keep going. See if we can find a shop along the way as well. Now this doesn't quite kill you, which is actually alright, because then it allows us to go for our jagged blade, which then does damage to everyone. I think we might have a chance to kill you this turn, or next turn, excuse me. So why don't we go for the damage onto you? What is the curse that you add? We'll just take the 8 damage here, I believe. We don't really want to throw anything away. We could throw away this broken ring. Adds 3 poison to self each turn. No, we'll just take the raw damage there. As unfortunate as it is, I still think it's the right way to go. We can't finish you off here, so we just go for the guaranteed kill. And I should have Shiv, but I think we want to get rid of our Shiv now. It's really not doing anything for us. And there's some healing. Sapphire. Some mana. We get rid of our Shiv. We go for the healing. We don't want to be risking it. It's really not worth it. What do we have? Conducted armor, spikes to a shield, block to armor. It's all okay. Not amazing, but okay. Now we reveal 2 paths here. I always prefer to reveal multiple paths if we get the opportunity to. Let's go here, into a killing blow here, into another. Oh, we can't go for the one in the back. Okay, so we just go for the hit onto you. And we might as well heal up once again. Free up that space immediately. Give us some options and some space to work with. Now, speaking of which, that doesn't quite kill you either. Okay, we go here, then we go here. Get items where, oh my god, another jagged blade. Let's see here, we go here. How do we play this? We get rid of this. We remove this down. We go like this, bring this down to here. That over there. That and that need to go diagonal to one another. That's okay. This, it's not in the top row, so it is in the top row currently. Weapon below gets extra damage. We go for this here. Broken ring will still take. Do we take the key sword to sell? Maybe we do. Maybe we go like this. We then go, we swap it around a little bit. That goes over there. The key sword goes there to sell. And we keep the citrine just in case we want to use it. Now, what do we have here? Regen to self, everything's kind of mediocre. So we finished choosing, we've got 2 amazing blades to sell. Now give me a shop. Hey, there we go. Alright, so we sell both of these, 1 and a 2. Creates a curse, adjacent weapon to get 125% bonus damage this combat. So that's a one-time thing. Now, you usually have 1 item for sale there, right? It should really notify you of what's for sale. Apparently it doesn't. Sapphire, it floats, adjacent weapon to get +1 damage. Not good enough, if I'm being honest. Now that we've got lots of space, why don't we actually buy the Lucky Star, which gives us some luck. We can maybe get a nice item from it. Creates a shuriken in the space. Sure, let's just go for some extra shurikens. We've got plenty of damage around here. We're just focusing on this. The emerald works nicely there. We won't get our citrine working, but that's okay. I mean, it could have been better, it could have been worse. We get some experience here. We almost get a level up. We're still a little bit away from that. Let's open this up. So what do? We go for a shot onto you. Then we'll go for a shuriken there. Into this one, into a killing blow with our Lucky Star. We can then go 1 and 2 there. And now it's just you in the back to deal with. And we have plenty of block as well. Okay, so far so good in my mind. Go another 1. Get some items. We get a key. Not terrible. A lucky ring is probably all that we really care about for this one as well. But then again, slow and weak to enemies is quite good for our boss, as is liquid armor. Why don't we take the slow and weak potion? Even though the lucky ring would be quite useful. I feel like we didn't get that lucky with that combat. Path of the Arrow. I mean, if we get a shitty weapon, then maybe we'll try and trade it with you and see what we get. But for right now, let's just take out our enemies up here. Wow, of course we don't quite have enough damage to take you all out. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. We still had an option to sell 1 more item at the shop, didn't we? So we really should go and do that too. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll take you out in a turn or 2 here as well. And of course you're adding a curse. The good news is that we have plenty of space for our curse this time around, so we can just Fuck that bad boy right there rather than taking all that damage. There we go, problem solved. Now, what do we go for? More space below is pretty good. And more space in the top row to add more weapons as well. Could help out quite nicely. Now we do get a key. We get a large heart ring. Okay, 10 max HP honestly is going to be pretty good here. We can take a bigger mana stone. A small key. We've already got one key. Actually, we probably should be keeping the keys next to each other, shouldn't we? But we're not going to be using them anyway, so screw it. Liquid armor or acidic potion. Why don't we take the liquid armor, get some potions before our upcoming boss fight here. We then visit our little question mark. What is this? Take a bath, say a prayer, kick it over. Kind of like the healing here. We'll just heal to full. We'll go over here, open up this area with a key. What do we have behind? We have some treasure. And it's all pretty trash. This item floats. Add 2 regen to self, 2 haste. Wow, okay, I didn't realize the bubble was that good. I've really overlooked the bubble so far. We've got our badger friends. Is this enough damage to take you out? I believe it is. 1, 2. Just go all the way in. Now we save our food and our potions for the boss fight, of course. We don't want to have the curse, so we go for you first. And the passive block that we're getting from this armor, and from this helmet as well, is certainly helping out a great deal. Now anything that we get here, ace to self, honestly, a very nice fish as well. We'll take another mana stone for free, and we could go for a golden star, or a key, or a lucky ring. It's always nice to have a key in the backpack. You hate to run past those situations where you cannot actually use it up there. We can sell this, as we're not using that weapon at all either. Everything else is subpar. Skip that by. And we go back to our forge, because we do have quite a bit of money to our name again. Spikes to shield can't be done. Block to armor isn't too bad. Poison to a weapon is really not good enough. Now if we go for the block to armor here, we're not going to be able to put any energy on it, so I don't think we go for that just yet. So I think that unfortunately this forge is not going to be that good for us. We're going to head to the end of the Enchanted Swamp. Now I'll tell you what folks, that's about right for the end of an episode. We'll be back to finish off the rest of this run here very, very shortly. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a like and a subscription. It helps out a great deal. Catch us across at Twitch. I don't know why I just absolutely blanked there. Catch us across at Twitch at twitch.tv/Endoya. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now there, folks. See ya.